Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever the hell you are around the world. Welcome. I have with me right now in their studio two very talented men. We have Myron Gaines, we have Fresh Prince CEO. Together they are the Fresh and Fit podcast. You guys. There we go. How are you doing tonight, fellas?
We're doing splendid. How are you?
I'm good. And if anyone's paying attention in the background there, you can see what we would commonly refer to as a receipt.
Oh, no. What do you mean? We paid them to be here. We're faking.
Yeah, let's just make sure everyone can see what I'm talking about there. Yeah, totally paid.
We walk like we talk it, baby.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
When I messaged these guys, I think I arranged with you, Walter, last night for this time, and then I saw on your Instagram story a couple of hours ago all of you guys hanging out at dinner. I was like, oh shit, these guys are gonna be getting their dick sucked. They're not gonna come on my live stream.
Nah, man, but we make switches around for guys that we really mess with, man. Yep. So we definitely wait. Sterling, do you swear on this?
Oh yeah,
we fuck with Sterling heavy, man. Like he came out to Miami and he was chilling with us, and you know what I'm saying? It was lit.
Yo, Sterling, if I had to say I had a brother from Australia, it would be you, my friend. It would be you.
Thank you very much, Walter. Well, I don't know any other people from wait, where are you from again?
Barbados, man. What I go on?
Yeah, you're the only Barbadian that I know, so you can be my surrogate Barbadian brother.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely.
But, these two gentlemen have a brand new course.
Yes, we do.
Has come out. Why don't you tell us basically what it is? Because it's
Fresh go first.
When most people hear, like I've plugged it here as, and on my Instagram as basically being a Instagram dating course. I feel like that's a pretty accurate representation of what it is, because that's kind of the purpose of it in the end, right?
Yeah.
To get you more options, shall we say?
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. So basically, Cooper, what this is like a compilation of years of like going through stress of cold approach, not getting results that I want, and also me and Myron's experience dating women in 2020. And for the most part, in this case, when you think about it, right, what is guys' biggest disadvantage right now in the dating market? It's sourcing. You could be the best guy out there. You could have all the assets. You could be the guy that's in your room. But if you don't source girls, in this market, you're not gonna get really anywhere. So we developed a course where you can learn from A to Z, step by step, how to grow your Instagram from 0 followers to 1,000, 10,000, whatever it might be, to give you perception. Because for the most part, right, females are always glued to their phone. What are they glued to? Social media, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, you name it. They're on social media. So if you can put your perception and your value on social media in front of their eyes, what's gonna happen is you're gonna be in the spotlight. And what's gonna happen is, let's say, for example, right, I'm outside and there's one hot chick, and let's say there's 4 guys. We're all on the same level of game. We're all literally like have the same type of like money and like level of status, and we go push that girl, right? 3 guys approach her, get her phone number. They text her, "Hey, this is John from down the street. Nice to meet you." I, however, go talk to her. I say, "Hey, you seem pretty cool. Let's connect. I'll get your Instagram. Let's go from there." She sees my well-made Instagram. She sees my lifestyle. Who is this guy? She's interested already. She started to think, you know what? This guy seems pretty cool. I like his lifestyle. I want to be a part of it. I'm gonna go on a date with him versus guys that I met with text. I forgot who they were. But this guy right here, I can see the receipts literally in front. Because the biggest thing here is that like girls that you talk to on the street or wherever you meet them, they have objections. And with Instagram, especially with this course, you're going to learn how to make your Instagram so that it's bulletproof. She can see straight, okay, you know what? This guy has value. He's definitely doing his thing. I want to be a part of his lifestyle. And the course basically just telling us guys step to step, you know what? Don't stress over not getting girls that you want. Attract them through social media. Because guess what? Literally, there's a bunch of guys right now using this method, and they're getting girls back to back, and they never have to go outside their house. Girls just come in like a funnel all the time to them. And I know it sounds kind of crazy. It sounds kind of like widespread and kind of like, you know what I'm saying, off topic. But for the most part, if you actually do these steps, you'll get results. And Myron's seen it. Everyone here has seen it. My clients have seen it. All over the world, Romania, Canada, you name it, they've seen results. So
Yeah, man, and I've seen the kind of girls that you pull. You showed me some photos when I was hanging out with you in Miami. I know the receipts this guy's got, and good Lord, they are impressive.
Yep.
And here's the other thing I'll add in this: it's you're competing for girls have such small attention spans.
Big fact.
And they're and I know that for a fact they're on their phones all the goddamn time. Because when I'm on set with them, all these fucking cute girls are just sitting on their phone in between taking stills and me having my dick in them. They're on their Instagram or they're on their Twitter feed or whatever it is. They're on social media. So their attention spans are so minuscule. And you made a good point there. Like, yeah, you can go to a club and get a girl's number, sure. But in terms of what's occupying her attention for most of the day, it's her social media feed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you're the guy who is standing out on that in some way, shape, or form, you've got an immediate leg up over everybody else.
Cooper, can I add this real quick?
Yeah.
Even the girl site here right now, she's famous on TikTok and Instagram. Blue check mark. You know what happened, bro? Send me a DM. I responded. And lo and behold, she's here right now from LA. And we're chilling. We're vibing. And it's all through Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what more proof you need than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Two girls out on the balcony right now. We both talk to them through Instagram and everything like that. So it's like, I mean, bro, I don't want to sound cocky, but like these other guys that, talk about, oh, we get girls or we're coaches, whatever. Like, bro, you compare these other guys to me and Fresh, none of them are coming close. So like the types of girls, the amount of girls we deal with, the amount of girls we talk to, date, bring out, like we got the receipts to show, you know what I'm saying? And the biggest thing is we're here in Miami. This is one of the hardest cities to do this. You know what I mean? So, and this isn't to be cocky or anything like that, but sometimes you got to show people like, yo, we're not BSing you guys. This is the real deal. This is how we do it. You know?
Let you talk it. And it's funny, this quick story. Myron Gaines pulled the undisputable receipt level, God level task. This guy cold approach a 9 here in Brickell, Miami. One of the hardest cities you could pull chicks in.
Yeah, it's the worst, man.
Got her to come to the table, chill with us, and completed the task of slaying the dragon. That, for the first approach, he did all that.
And I'm a big advocate of cold approach, guys. Yeah. Let me make something very, very clear, man. Everyone thinks, oh, Myron, are you like an IG god now? Or are you an IG guy? No, I'm still a cold approach guy. And Sterling saw it in Miami. He saw me get rejected a bunch. I think I got rejected by every single girl I approached in front of Sterling, actually. Yep. So, it is what it is. And I hold my L's, and I admit that I lose way more than I win. Like any guy that's in this game understands that it's a cornerstone of being good with women is understanding that you're going to take many L's. And I'm a huge cold approach advocate, despite the fact that I get rejected most of the time. But I also understand that the power of Instagram and how it's very important to network, to meet girls and everything like that. And quite frankly, Instagram is the biggest dating app in 2020. I hate to say that.
Facts.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And yeah, like this guy, like I said, we said this on Rule Zero last week, but I was there in Miami, like a week and a half ago now. And Myron is an approach machine. He will go up and talk to every pretty girl that crosses his path. And so that he's like, and I like the fact that you say, look, I struck out. Yes.
Every single time. Sterling saw all my strikeouts.
I saw all your strikeouts. But the fact that you're admitting it, right? The fact that you're admitting that and then you still have receipts to show, that says a lot about the volume you're turning around for a start. And it shows, like, I just can't trust guys who pretend that they're invincible.
Yeah.
Who pretend that they never fail.
Yeah.
Right. Sure, I understand. Look, you could call it a sales tactic. Sure. You could call it like a confidence tactic, like boosting yourself up like that. But for me, at least, I like to see guys being real.
Right.
Yep. And being, forthright with exactly what's going on, because then you're in a position to actually teach the average man.
Yep.
And teach them in a way that they can understand and they can relate to. Because it's like, if you're pretending like you're going batting 100 and they're only batting like, 10% or 30% or whatever it is, they're going to get an unrealistic expectation of what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. And I'm here to tell you guys, like me and Donovan talked about this on our show yesterday, and we had Donovan Sharp in the house. Shout out to him. Gods at cold approach, guys that are like super good, close around 10%. like world-class guys. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you talk to 10 girls and you close one, you're literally invincible. You know what I mean? I've admitted many times that I easily go somewhere between 1 for 20 to 40 when I'm doing night game alone. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the game. And this is why so many guys are sexually frustrated. This is why so many guys have trouble with women, because a lot of guys have, I guess, a gross underestimation of the work that's required to get good with girls, especially if you're going to cold approach. So since cold approach has such low odds, you know, you need to have pretty much an all-out full court press on the dating market. And what I mean by that is, if you truly want to be good at this, you got to be cold approaching. You got to be on Instagram with a good Instagram to get to, like, basically create passive income, as I would call, or passive demonstrations of higher value. You need to be on all the dating apps. You need to be running. You need to be swiping on all the apps. You need to be on everything, man. And yes, I know people are going to say the juice isn't worth the squeeze, or it's not worth it, or whatever. That's fine. You want to go MGTOW, you don't want to deal with women. I completely understand. And I don't even knock MGTOW guys, because yes, the way the marketplace is, there is a lot of risk dealing with women.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's tough, and there is a lot of risk dealing with women. We ain't gonna sit here and cap and tell you guys, oh, you guys are just a bunch of betas. Nah, we understand when guys want to go their own way. However, for the guys that don't want to go their own way and want to deal with women, we're going to give you guys a blueprint. And one of the blueprints that you're going to need to master if you truly want to get the baddest chicks is Instagram. And there's 5 things that I really want to talk about when it comes to Instagram, why it's so important. We'll count down from 5. So number 5 is, it will allow you to meet women you otherwise would have never met. Sterling, you're in LA. The top tier chicks from an aesthetic standpoint don't go to clubs, or if they are, they're in a VIP. They don't, they're not on Tinder. They're not on Bumble, right? They're typically surrounded by security, or they got like some kind of clout where you can't even get around them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to be able to talk to these girls, right? Maybe you might get lucky and run into them, but even cold approaches them might mess you up, is you're going to have to talk to them on Instagram. And if you got to have some kind of clout as well, you know what I'm saying? That's number 5. It allows you to talk to girls you otherwise would never have an ability to meet physically or through social circle, whatever it may be, right? The most attractive girls. Number 4, it allows you to resonate with girls that are younger, right? Let's keep it real. Girls in their 20s, they're all on TikTok, Instagram, etc. Social media defines a lot of girls' values in their eye. So for you to be able to get in their attention arena, you got to be on social media to some degree.
Yep.
Right? Especially with the younger women. Guys think, oh, these cell phones, whatever. Listen, it's a new age. These girls that are 21 years old right now, they grew up with cell phones. They grew up with iPads, etc. We didn't grow up with this because we knew what it was like to be able to sit at a dinner table and not have a phone in front of you. Those days are fucking done.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Number 3, it allows you to handle objections. So when you match with a girl on online dating, Tinder, Bumble, whatever, number 1 question she's going to ask you is, what's your Instagram? If you don't have one, quite frankly, it's going to hurt. It's probably, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. She's going to think you're weird. She's going to think you're catfish or whatever. And there's a thing. Girls ask for Instagram for 2 reasons. Guys ask for an Instagram typically to make sure, she's not a catfish. Girls ask actually for 2 reasons. Number 1, to make sure you're not catfishing. And then number 2, to make sure that for safety objections. Like, yo, is this guy like crazy, whatever? She's going to look at your picture, see if you got social proof. Do you go out and do things, etc. Because girls have dealt with so many weirdos, right? Which is a byproduct, which is ironically enough, it's a byproduct of technology that we have, right? Guys play video games too much. A lot of guys don't get out there and socialize. I would say the average guy nowadays is way more socially retarded than a guy 20 years ago. A guy 20 years ago was forced to get out there and talk to people. He didn't have the convenience of the internet and video games and pornography. He had to get out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Nowadays, most average guys are socially awkward. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I know because I talk to these guys. So it allows you to build a little bit of comfort, trust, and verifies who you are. That's number 3. Number 2, top 2 reasons why Instagram is very important. This, I think, should actually be number 1, but I'm going to make it number 2. You're able to network with other high-value men, because when you have a good Instagram, other guys are going to want to meet you, and they're going to want to invite you to parties. They're going to want to get around you, whatever it may be, right? And this is very important for networking, especially if you're trying to make more money. We always say the top 5 people you hang out with is your net worth. So if you hang out with a bunch of bums, you're going to be a bum too.
Yep. So
that's number 2, which I think should be number 1, networking with other high-value men. Because quite frankly, you ain't going to get rich dealing with chicks. You're going to get rich dealing with other men. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? And then number 1 is it allows you to create passive demonstrations of higher value, basically like passive income. And a girl that rejects you, which I'll take you guys down memory lane real quick. So when we were moving into the studio, Fresh ran into this Venezuelan chick that lives here, right?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And she was pretty bad. I'm not even gonna lie. She's really hot. And this girl was giving Fresh the runaround, right? Just like most really attractive women in Miami do. It's just how they do it. You know, they're dealing with so many different guys trying to holler at them, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And in this building, guys, this is the tallest building in Miami. There's a bunch of bad chicks in here. Social media influencers, celebrities, whatever. Selena Powell lives in this fucking building. We just saw her yesterday with Donovan. It was hilarious, actually. And quite frankly, they're getting offers all day. But he had her on Instagram, so she was looking at his stories, whatever it may be. Long story short, she flaked on a date. Then next thing you know, they're talking on Instagram, and she goes out with him to a car show last weekend. Mm-hmm. And when she's at the car show with him, she kind of reveals, yeah, the guy I'm talking to right now, he's having some issues with his money, blah, blah, blah. We always say this. What's hypergamy? Hypergamy is looking for security, baby, right? So what does she do? Starts creating the next monkey branch, starts talking with Fresh, right? But if he didn't have the Instagram for her to see those passive DHVs, right, from us doing our podcast, our studio, the out and about doing things, she probably would have never hit him up and you would have lost that lead, right? But then he was able to build that attraction back up through his Instagram passively, mind you, right? And then he was able to get back out with her and he's working on it right now. But we saw that girl yesterday and then she was like talking to some guy in a Rolls Royce coupe. So this is the harsh reality for you guys out here. When you're dealing with the top tier chicks, like from an attraction standpoint, right? We ain't talking about girlfriend material. We're talking about bad chicks, 8s, 9s, 10s. You're competing against guys that are millionaires, have nice cars. They will simp. They will out simp you, right? You can have as much game as you want, but you're always going to lose your girl to a simp.
Yep.
And the reason why is because no matter what, women look for security first, man. Like sexual attraction, all that other stuff, that comes second. Like as much as guys want to have sex, girls want to have security. So the guy with the Bentley, that's a loser and a simp, buying her Birkin bags and all of this stuff, he's always going to win because he provides that security, regardless of how dry her vagina is when she deals with him.
That's right. Don't forget they're incredibly opportunistic.
Facts.
Which is why she gets presented with, here, like, I'll take you out to this 5-star dinner. I'll take you out. What's that restaurant right next to you guys? The Salt Bay restaurant.
Yeah, Nusret. Yeah.
Like $1,000. Yeah, $1,000 steaks, right? Ooh. I'll take you out to Nusret. She ain't gonna fucking pass up on that. Really quickly, thank you very much for the $10 super chat, Christopher and Eric. Sterling brings pro advice from living it, and Fresh and Fit are honest with their advice. Kudos to you all. Kudos to you, Chris. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris.
There was 2 things you touched on there I wanted to bring up again.
Yeah, sure.
One was the idea of your Instagram being a passive DHV, and this is really interesting because, like you said, we didn't grow up with this stuff, but these younger girls, yeah, they've grown up. They're native to social media, right? We were like early adopters. They've literally been living it their whole life. Yeah. And for me, this is one of the biggest things that I sort of took on board when I started playing around with Instagram, right? And sort of realizing its potential was just looking at the people who are watching your stories consistently. Yeah. That's and it's like part of me thinks, do these girls even realize that they're giving the game away when they do that? Because you can tell if which girls are constantly checking out your Instagram story, you can tell which ones are keen.
Yeah.
So it's like they're kind of, yes, it's a passive DHV for you having a cool Instagram story, but it's also like a kind of a passive indicator of interest from her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's man, and this is the thing, like, because like a lot of older guys don't understand this when I try to explain it to them, that like, well, I'm just going to cold approach, or I don't need social media. That's fine. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, as much as counterproductive as this is for us to say, because we're selling an Instagram course, you guys don't fucking need Instagram. I'm going to tell you guys right now, you don't need Instagram. You don't need our course. You don't need to learn any of this shit. Yep. You don't. You get out there and get girls without it. You know what I'm saying? But what I am going to tell you is this. You are limiting your ability to attract more women, quite frankly. You are.
And guys, you remember, right? It's all about scale. So, for example, I can go there, talk to 10 girls, walk in the street, and that's 10 minutes of my time each time. Or I can sit here on my phone and DM 100 chicks, and that's the same amount of time I spend with 10 chicks. So the scale and the magnitude of what you can do from your phone, you cannot compare with in person. And you might say, "Oh yeah, well, that's for young people. It's for flexing." Da, da, da. Listen, man, you could be a carpenter, you could be a doctor, you can be whoever you need to be. Just be yourself, but definitely show high value in what you do. So I know guys that do art. Post up your art with a picture with you next to it. That's showing high value. Oh, he's an artist. I love art. I'm gonna hit him up or react to your story. I love that. It's a good piece. Instantly, she reacts to your story, and I always say, if she reacts to your story, she wants you to react to her. Simply put, that's how you do it. And for the most part, DHV is all about just showing high value stuff that you do on a regular. And let's say you don't do anything high value, perfect. Go up purposely and try to get that content. Not trying to show up, but just because, like, you know what I'm saying? You want to be perceived that way to get a result. So, you know.
Yeah, man. It's like I said, you don't need it, man, but it is going to hurt you, especially if your goal is to get the baddest chicks in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just an unfortunate reality, guys. Like, the most attractive girls live on their phones, man. They get a lot of their validation from Instagram, Snapchat, etc. Yeah. Let's look at some numbers real quick, right? About almost 60% of Instagram users are women, right? Yep. Between the ages of like 15 to like, 29. Yep. So I know girls that will delete a picture that they post if it doesn't get 200 likes in like a minute or two. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this is the world we live in, guys. You know what I'm saying? We live in a digital world where, what social media has done is has basically come in and has decreased the value of male attention, right? If we want to look at a supply-demand type thing from an economic standpoint, male attention used to be worth something 20 years ago. You'd call a chick, bring, bring, right? Dial the fucking number and shit, bring, bring, right? And then she, oh my God, you called. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is when dating strategies like waiting 2 weeks to call her or whatever will fucking work. Yeah. Nowadays, that ain't working because every day that you don't follow up on a lead that you met on a girl, she's getting messages, DMs, WhatsApps, sugar daddy, invites, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot, like, from an attention standpoint, male attention is worth nothing anymore. This is why we tell guys don't give it away for free. Yeah. You know what I mean? Shout out to ARC, no free attention. But it's like Instagram, you got to basically, the realm now, the dating realm is slowly moving over to digital, especially with all this, beer bug bullshit going on. And guess what, guys? Make no mistake about it. We're about to go down on lockdown again. You know what I'm saying? London, Toronto, Chicago, New York City's about to lock down again, and so is New Jersey. It's a matter of time until Florida does. LA, you guys are already done, right? You guys already locked down again?
We're on a curfew as of tomorrow, I think.
Yeah. So it's 1,000% happening again. So if you're not on online dating apps and social media, you're severely hurting yourself, bro.
You're losing out. And you know the funny part? Like, most people don't understand this, right? But for example, when you're living your life, right? You live by certain constructs that you're taught versus what you should be doing. So off rip, you're taught to go to your workplace, get your money, go home, and watch TV, and that's normal. However, there's a whole different side of this spectrum that is using different things to get further in life while you do the same thing over and over again. So I'm saying this to say that, like, for example, with social media, if you use it the right way, I guarantee you're gonna get way further ahead in life. Because guess what? Like I say this all the time. You could be the best carpenter, you could be the best doctor, you could be the best lawyer. If no one knows who you are, it doesn't matter. So for the most part, you should be using it either for yourself to network with other individuals, business partners, or clients. And the bonus is you can use it for girls as well. And guess what? You can use it for all two at the same time and kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
So
like we were talking about before, Prince, with like the efficiency side of things, how you could, like, I can go out half an hour of my time, approach 10 girls. Mm-hmm. If you have a great night, that's 10 numbers, or you can spend that same amount of time messaging like 100 chicks on your Instagram. And if you want to become a high value guy in this world, if you want to part of that involves making money. Yep. And making money
takes time.
It takes time. Mm-hmm. Consistent effort and time. I remember when I was hanging out with you guys, you were saying, Myron, man, we're going to have to stop philandering so much because we're going to need to focus on the business a bit more.
Yeah.
Because it takes time to grow a small business.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it takes time. And I've always said it, man. I don't lie at all with this, guys. When I'm getting the most girls, I'm losing the most money. But when I'm making the most money, I'm losing the most girls. And I've just come to, hey, so if someone can find a way where you can, like, make money and also be banging a bunch of chicks, please let me know. I'd pay you a bunch of money for it because
porn star.
Yeah, there we go. Sterling got it. But like for normal guys, right? Like it's very time consuming, man. Sourcing girls, talking to them, whatever. And I do it through cold approach, and we all know the grind of cold approach. And quite frankly, I always say, you want to see what a man is made of? Let a dime walk by and tell him, hey, go cold approach her. They're gonna start manufacturing all kinds of fucking excuses. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I ain't gonna do it. She got a boyfriend, or yo, she ain't even that hot anyway. Guys are gonna rationalize in their mind why they're pussies. You know what I'm saying? So with social media, it's kind of a cheat code to like kind of get in there.
Takes pressure off of you.
Take some pressure off of you. But again, we're not gonna cap.
Yeah.
If you don't got game,
then you screw.
Right, and you got clout on Instagram. Let's say you got a blue check, but you got zero game, which a lot of these fucking guys have zero game. And you get one of these girls out on a date with you, bro. You're gonna end up looking stupid, and then she's definitely not gonna fuck you because she's gonna be disappointed now at this point. And disappointed girls definitely don't put out. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, quick story here. When Sterling came to Miami, right? Let's go to memory lane real quick. So it's your boy Fresh Prince CEO. Myron Gaines, C. Pogson, and Sterling Cooper in the club, right? So we're at the back of the club, right? There's like a whole stage on top, everything like that. And there's these girls walking towards us, right? Yo, I swear to you guys, I don't know how this happened, but this white girl looks at Cooper, right? Sterling. And Sterling does this. He's like, the girl comes over to Sterling, gives him a kiss. I'm like, what the hell, bro?
Yeah, you're just like,
Oh yeah!
instant. I'm like, yo, dude, this is some magic voodoo. How you do that? Funny, man.
The old instant makeout. It's not the first. I remember you saying, you were like, dude, that's the first time I've ever seen somebody do that before.
Yeah.
That's not the first time I've ever done. I've done that multiple times in my life, but it's all about like, that was just a case of like me. She gave me some eyes. I recognized the body language, and I reached out around Chris. Chris was like in front of me, or Chris got kind of hooked up between the two of us at one point.
yeah, Chris.
Her friend was leading her through the club. I reached out, grabbed this girl's hand, pulled her into me, made out, and then I think Chris got caught up between the two of them. But dude, that's like that was a funny part about hanging out with you guys. Like, Myron is actually doing the real work, running around getting better, and I'm just standing there like, I'm gonna be a lazy bastard. I'm just gonna stare some girl down and pull her in.
That was a terrible night, man. It was like a 5 or 6 to 1 ratio of guys to girls. You know what? Let me give some free game real quick, man. Guys, if you walk into a bar and the ratio is worse than 2 to 1, where it's guys to girls, more than likely you should probably leave the venue and go somewhere else. Because quite frankly, when you're at a bar or some kind of nighttime establishment, especially where alcohol is being served, you got a bunch of drunk idiots running around. That kills the girl's vibe, and she's not going to want to deal with anybody, no matter how much game you got, how attractive you are. The girls are going to be frustrated from getting hit on by low value guys all night.
Multiple times.
Because a lot of guys, let's keep it real, they need to be drunk to be able to talk to girls. And what happens? Hey, what's up? What's your name? Blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, bro, what the fuck?
Really, nigga?
Yeah, bro, like facts. So it's like, yo, what the fuck? So the girls are tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, these fucking losers have been coming up to us all night. And then you come in, especially my dumbass. Hey, what's up? You're almost as cute as me. They're like, bye. We don't want to talk to you. And I'm just like,
10 dudes later.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like 10, 20 dudes later. So it's like, if it's a bad ratio, guys, get out of the place. And I'll give you guys another free tip right now, because we want to give value on Sterling Stream, because we love Sterling. A pro tip, guys, when you go to a bar or a club and you see that the ratio is kind of off, purposely, especially if you've got approach anxiety, go and talk to 2 girls that are not that attractive. You want to go talk to the fucking whales, the cougars, the senior citizen ladies, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Whatever you can muster your courage up for. Go talk to them. Talk to, I say, 2 to 3 girls, different sets. See how they treat you. If they treat you poorly and you know that they're not that attractive, that's a bad sign, baby. Because once ugly girls are starting to act selective, that's a big problem. You got to get the fuck out of there.
That's a huge
bitch, man. So if you got to get out, get out. But that's a test that you guys can apply if you have a little bit of approach anxiety and you want to feel out the bar or club. Talk to 3 to 4 sets of girls that aren't that attractive, purposely, whales, whatever it may be. And, see how they react to you. If they react terribly, this is probably a bad venue.
Are you familiar with the concept of buying temperature?
Of course.
Yeah. So it's kind of like that. It's almost like negative buying temperature. when they're getting hit on, but the dudes are striking out, and that's happening repeatedly. Their buying temperature is like plummeting downwards. It's like they don't want to get picked up that night. Versus they're having a good, fun, happy vibe time with like one or two dudes, and then that shit's rising, and then some random chump can just jump in there and fucking swoop them if they're lucky.
Yeah, man. Most girls like the cold hard reality is this: like most guys do not know how to properly cold approach a woman. They don't. You know, and most guys require liquid courage to be able to do it. So when they come in, speech is all slurred, they're all sloppy, they smell and shit. You know what I mean? Like their breath smells like alcohol. Like, we got to put a little bit of onus on the men out here. Like, guys want to complain about hypergamy and girls are this and that, blah, 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 and crying about all this bullshit. Yo, real talk. A lot of low value dudes be out here hitting on chicks, and I'd be tight too. Like, yo, get the fuck out of my face. Your breath smells. You smell bad, whatever. Because I know, because these dudes will try to start conversation with me in the bar. All of a sudden, they drink alcohol and they're like, oh man, I'm all talkative. And I'm like, bro, I don't even want to talk to you. What the fuck? So I can only imagine what someone of the opposite gender would think, So it's like, what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, yeah. So
another one.
Yeah.
And another one. And another one.
So it's just a bunch of L's being taken, man. So that's a litmus test you guys can apply when you're doing cold approach. But once again, this is why social media helps, because you don't have to be duking it out in these establishments, a bunch of low value guys hitting on girls. And let's keep it real. I don't know about everywhere else in the United States, but I'll tell you guys right now, we've been out the past, 3 weekends, Walt, Fresh? And it has been a sausage fest at every location we've been to. We've been to Wynwood, to Brickell. We haven't hit Midtown yet. But South Beach is pretty much closed. We ain't even going out there.
Yeah.
So every time we've went out, it's been a fucking sausage fest, man.
Yep.
So it's been trash. You know what I'm saying? And I love Night Game, and I hate to say that, but it's been terrible, man. So the social media, man, is where you got to go.
Long and short of it, guys, is that if you want to maximize your time, not waste your life away chasing these hoes, because most of them are, frankly, honestly,
she belongs to the streets.
And think about this, right? When you're young, you're super horny. You're always you're filled with hormones, whatever. And for the most part, that's all you're thinking about. And I get it. But if you could find a way to get it without putting all that effort just to get rejected, would you want to do that? I mean, I know I would. And that's what we do this course, so you guys can learn from the beginning, step by step. Start from 0 to 1,000, 5,000, 10K. Get that perception up. And then display high value to get what you want. That's it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, what Fresh Prince and Myron have like constructed and broken down for you guys is kind of akin to like what I live. It's like it's on, like, sex is on autopilot for me by virtue of the job I have.
Right.
But like, it's not that far off being on autopilot for you guys either, with a very tight Instagram account and the amount of game you guys have. It's just this funnel that keeps them coming through like a rotating door system.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
By the way, don't forget to smash that like button if you're still watching. And if you're watching this on a replay, keep smashing that like button. It helps it show up in the algorithm. And if you are interested in grabbing this course from these guys, DMs on demand, the link is in the chat right now. The link is also in the description below. While I'm talking about that, I'm going to show you guys really quickly some of the, if you go to this link here, you will see this page I'm showing you right now. So this is the stuff that these guys cover in this course. Mindset on social media, how to get your photos up, networking, rating and editing photos. This one's really good. I'm pretty sure I know the technique you guys use, and it's fantastic. I've used it myself. How to make your profile stand out. That's a really good. I full disclosure, I paid Fresh Prince to audit my own Instagram profile.
Oh man, you didn't have to do that, sir. Thank you, man. You didn't have to say all that.
So much better now. My Instagram is doing way better after his personal audit of it. So these guys know what the hell they're doing.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you, man. You didn't have
Makes it easier for people to follow you. Growing it with virtually no followers. Getting a girl from other platforms, including Instagram. How to chat with girls from anywhere in the world. I think that's something we haven't really talked about, which is also really useful. And then how to set the date. Seriously, guys, the amount of value you're getting in this course is absolutely ridiculous. But that second last thing that I read off there, this is something guys we haven't talked about yet is like if you actually are traveling somewhere. I mean, right now with the whole beer bug scenario, it's kind of unlikely. But if you're traveling somewhere, this allows you to source before you even get there.
Yep.
So we actually helped Fresh's close friend get a girlfriend in Colombia with this. I mean, Fresh, you want to talk about it a little bit?
You go ahead.
Me? Well, okay, so
all right, you know, I'll do it.
Okay,
this is my friend.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Now, but you know, the thing was, my friend wanted to find a specific type of girl, and he loves Colombian girls.
He's picky as hell.
Yeah,
this dude's a former dating coach with a very famous dating coach right now that's big on YouTube. But he used to be one of his guys that would help him.
RSD. So this guy literally is very picky. He doesn't date American women. He only wants to date Colombian girls, which I understand. You know, he has his right.
He's burned out from living in LA for a bunch of years.
Yeah, he's been through the trenches. He's done his work. He's like, yo, Fresh, dude, how do I get girls on it, like from anywhere in the world using Instagram? Could you help me? I was like, yeah, bro, I got you. Don't worry about it. So basically, he used the method that I teach in the course as well to find girls out there already. And then he put out like a trigger to attract them to him. And before you know it, in 2 hours, he has over 70 DMs in his inbox.
Damn.
Out of 70, majority of them girls were bad as hell.
Yeah, like, you showed me, dude. They were bad.
And he picked the one.
Makes me realize why so many guys leave the United States to go to Colombia, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Like you got bad chicks that are actually feminine and submissive and not annoying.
Yep.
It is what it is.
We're gonna go, bro. Trust me. I got you.
Nah, chill. I ain't going. I don't want to lose my game.
but the point, of guys, is that like he took the plunge, made the method. He did well with it, and he had over 70 girls in his DMs. Now I don't know about you, but if you can get 70 girls, hot girls, to DM you out blue, and then set a date from there, you literally set up yourself for like 6 months of like just pure dating. Yeah. All from one technique. Yeah. And then from there, he met this girl, flew to Colombia. Even before he got there, he was FaceTiming her, talking to her on the phone. Yeah. They connected very well. Met her there, and now he has a girlfriend in Colombia. And she cooks, she cleans in thongs, twerking to reggaeton. Feminine as hell.
They do all their BDSM crap. She cooks for him, all this stuff.
And he got her, even being in the country, being over here through Instagram. Now, if you could tell me something I could do that for you in this time and place, you can let me know right now, but I don't know anything else like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, bro, because I went through and I looked at what they did. It was so, and this is so obviously the modules are going to teach you guys a lot, but we're not even going to cap.
Yeah.
The real values in the Zoom calls.
Yo, Cooper,
and we purposely kept that stuff out of the modules.
There, right? And it's there, but the real spice and the real nitty gritty is in the Zoom calls after this. Yeah. This is like the you know how you eat a cake, just like the icing. The meat of the cake is the Zoom calls. When you get that, look, bro, when you finish this, you can use it on YouTube to blow up, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever you want, because this is universal.
Yeah, man. And real talk, like we did this on purpose because Sterling knows. There's some competitors watching Fresh's stuff very closely, and we knew that they would probably try to buy the course and get the secret sauce in the modules, but we purposely kept. Because the modules has a lot of info. It's actually too much information. It's 11 modules, and they're all pretty extensive. But the Zoom calls where we're going to give like the real crazy stuff that's going to put your IG on steroids. You know, the stuff that's going to break the internet type stuff to blow up your following, etc. And this is information that Fresh paid over 10 stacks for from big influencers at their masterminds, whatever it may be. And you guys are going to get it for a fraction of the price at only $397. And then the price goes up to $497 on Black Friday and then $797 after Cyber Monday. So, and here's the thing, guys. If you get it on Sterling's affiliate code, obviously that's down there. You support both of us. You know what I mean? And Sterling, we love Sterling, man. we're going to bring him back. It was actually a lot of fun. He got us kicked off TikTok, but it's all good.
Yeah, dude.
when you said the phrase the secret spices, it just reminded me of your Caribbean spices.
Yeah. To indulge your penis. He's my herbal secrets, okay?
Yeah, man. Sterling helped us get viral on TikTok, and then we immediately got kicked off. Yeah. So it was awesome, man. But but no, guys, I mean, the Zoom call is good. What it's going to be, warning, everyone that comes into Zoom calls, we're making you turn on your camera, and if you're a competitor, we're kicking you out. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of stuff that we're going to be giving in the Zoom calls. It's going to be crazy value, man. But no one has an IG course like this that teaches you how to network with other high-value guys and to get girls, because we're going to break it down extensively. And no, you're not going to need a blue check to do this or whatever. but we're going to help you get pictures and get a profile better than a lot of these blue check
And
dorks.
guys, you could be a regular dude on the street and do this because look, I was a nerd, broke as hell, working at Chick-fil-A, barely making money, ends meet. And if I could do that and change my life, and I'm breaking it down even further for you, so you could do it in less time, bro. Like if I wish someone gave this to me when I was back then, so I didn't make so many mistakes. And now I know what I know.
And yo, real talk, man. For the guys that just came on the stream, rewind the stream to the beginning and look out and what you guys saw with the receipts. This guy, right? He's under tall, dark skinned, stutters.
Yep.
He ain't nothing special. He ain't jacked and shredded and a Chad. You know what I'm saying? He ain't. You know what I'm saying? And this guy's out here like killing it. You know?
Yep.
So, guys, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Like you guys see the receipts here. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Our nickname is CVS.
Yes,
you know
CVS.
what I'm saying? Sterling was with us when we coined that term. So, but yeah, man, it is what it is.
For the guys who say the juice isn't worth the squeeze, I saw the juice before we went live on stream. That's very much worth the squeeze. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Sterling. But yeah, man. So that's really the Zoom calls where it's going to be at, guys.
Yeah.
So and those start December 4th.
Yes,
Is going to be the first Zoom call. We're going to run them at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time the first week, and then we're going to run them earlier in the day so that we get our international people or whatever it may be, probably around 10 or 11 a.m. We're going to figure out the times once we get everybody in and finalize times, but we're going to make sure we do 2 different time sequences for everybody so they can get in, and we will record the calls for those that miss them.
Yep. And that's basically it.
Well, since you guys have company, I will not be keeping you any longer. You've, I know you.
Man, we'll hang out with you, Sterling, all night, man. Pause.
Well, I actually have to wrap up. I'm in the process this whole week. I've been shooting. I've been like waking up the crack of dawn, going to set, shooting, and then coming home and editing and doing the voiceovers for my demos for my new sexual dominance escalation course.
Nice.
I have to get it all finished before I leave LA because my studio setup won't be able to come with me on the road when I go to Europe. So I am actually going to be. We're going to end this here because I have to get back to work and teach guys how to make girls squirt and etc.
Damn. Yeah. So this is what you guys do. You get the DMs on demand to get the girl on a date. Then you get Sterling's course about domination so that you can actually, retain her. You know what I'm saying?
Squirtle.
There we go. Turn her into a Pokemon.
Oh man.
One more time in the chat right now. This is the link for the course. If you click on that link, you're supporting my channel as well as obviously getting access to all the fantastic content these guys can provide you. And if you're watching again on the replay, it is down below in the description. So maybe one more time, let these guys know where they can find you on Instagram, since we're talking about an Instagram course.
Yes. So you can find me on Instagram at Fresh Prince CEO, as you see in the chat. And then
mine is Unplugged Lifestyle for my, DHV Instagram. The Unplugged Fit is my fitness / RP content one. But Unplugged Lifestyle is my DHV one that we're actually making to show you guys how to create a good Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, Unplugged Lifestyle and Unplugged Fit are my 2 IGs. And then you guys can catch us on the Fresh Fit podcast every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. There you go. Fantastic. Thank you once again, guys. We're going to get out of here, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Don't forget, smash the like button if you enjoyed it. Check out their course. These guys are legit. These guys are the real deal. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.